Happy Friday, people. Happy Friday. It's actually Friday the 13th, too. What's going on? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for showing up. We got a show. We got some stuff to get into today that we getting into, you know. So please come on in. How y'all doing? Happy Friday. I do want to say, my bad. The original link that I set had it for 8 a.m. It was late at night. It was late last night. I had a long night last night and I set it for 8 a.m. and realized it. So this is the new link. So please share this link with as many people as possible. This is the stream link to watch this. So please share with as many people. And welcome. Y'all please come on in, shout yourself out, shout out your cities, where you're from, what y'all got going on, how y'all doing today. If you're new here, I am Joseph Ward. This is On the Shoulders of Giants. The foundation of this channel is we tell the stories of the sung and unsung heroes of the African diaspora so we can know our history. And we also have conversations about how white supremacy affects all 9 areas of human activity. And then we also, I interview people throughout different communities, people who are doing things in the communities to help highlight what they're doing. Once again, shining light on the unsung heroes. So today we got 3 things we're talking about today. I got my reporter hat on. And we got 3 things that we're talking about. So the first is the Chiron Moore case. Most of these stories, well, the 2 of the stories I really wasn't gonna touch. But then different things came up and I started thinking about them different. So I said, well, let me go ahead and talk about them. So the first is the Chiron Moore case. And at first I was like, well, he put himself in that position, and he did. But then I've learned that some details about how the police handled the arrest. And that led to a lot of the charges being dismissed. So we're definitely going to get into that. Next, the next thing is, if you didn't know, the Atlanta Hawks, to draw more people to their games, the Atlanta Hawks were going to have a night where they celebrate Magic City. And that's all surrounding how Magic City is being portrayed as an integral part of Black culture. And I'm asking the question, is stripping like Magic City is stripping like Black culture? I mean, I know it's an aspect of American culture, but is it Black culture? And then Mr. Tendernism. Getting in, we're gonna look at interview of Mr. Tendernism on Earn Your Leisure. And I just thought the Mr. Tendernism thing was kind of interesting because of the total fallout and some of the things that he's saying about it, but some of the lessons that need to be learned. So what was learned from the Mr. Tendernism fallout? Like, because a lot of stuff happened with that. And as I was looking at it, I was like, well, didn't. Hey man, look. If you build it, you must protect it. Black people, if you build it, you must protect it. Black people, if you build it, you must protect it. If you build it, you must protect it. If you build it, you must protect it. And you must be smart about what you create when you work for someone else. Things that we getting into today. What's going on? Be nice. 313. That's what I'm talking about. Just touchdown. Hey, I appreciate you. Be nice. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. So it's a lot of crazy things going on out here in the world. But you know how they say a Black man in the spotlight will never come out clean, especially fraternizing or trying to matriculate through the white world. Because what we call success a lot is existing within this white world, existing within the white realm. And if it ain't white, it ain't right. And they even make the jokes about like white success and Black success, white rich and Black rich and all these things here, right? But existing within the white world, we have to understand, if you are going to choose to exist within the white world, it's a certain way you got to move, and you got to move right. Well, first and foremost, you need to be a man and a woman of principles. a man and a woman of values. You need to have some code of conduct. You need to have something that you're following that's making sure that keep you in check, keep you in line. So you won't be out here doing crazy things and putting yourself in positions to actually help ruin your career, Chiron Moore. Because if he would have kept his meat in his pants, he wouldn't be in this situation. To be honest, I mean, just to be blunt, you know, if Chiron Moore would have kept his meat in his pants, he wouldn't be in this situation. Because I believe they say he was a married man. So yeah, it's a lot of craziness that's happening with this, and these are things that we're gonna dive all the way into. So this first video, this is the best one that I found with some information on updates on things that's happening, especially the involvement of police with Chiron Moore. And this comes from the Marcellus Wiley YouTube channel, but he's looking at, I believe, some of the testamonies and some of the evidence and things from the lawyer of Chiron Moore. So the first video is Marcellus Wiley. The second is Stephen A. Smith. I thought that would be fun to listen to Stephen A. Smith talk about the Magic City saga. And then Mr. Tendernism, like I said, he's been interviewed by Earn Your Leisure. So welcome on the Shoulders of Giants. This is how we getting down. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share. And if you see that hype button, please hit the hype button. Please hit that hype button if you see it. Hitting that hype button helps a lot of other people see this video. It helps this channel grow. I am being shadow banned heavily by YouTube. They are really keeping people from seeing my videos. Just a couple months ago, my videos was doing good. Now, you know, they banned my views. So please hit that like button. Please hit that hype button. If you subscribe, please hit that notification bell. All the good things to make sure you stay down with this channel. And just know I'm gonna keep dropping content. Even though the shadow banning happening, I ain't gonna let it stop me. So before we get deep into it, let me drop my commercial, and then we gonna go ahead and jump into this Chiron Moore. So I told y'all I was gonna get my merch shop up and running. So I've got it. So I want to show y'all my merch shop. So this is it. So I got some hats. So I got my own The Shoulders of Giants hats available for order. I have shirts. This supposed to be like a canvas, some kind of shirt, jersey shirt. I don't know why they got that design, but it's a jersey shirt. Somebody wanted. Got hoodies, regular shirts, heavy, what they call it, the heavy tee. Tees for men's, unisex tees for women, everything. I got a mug. I gotta get this mug too. But this is the merch that I have available. See, I got my mug, I have my hats, and I have my apparel available. And all of that is, the links and stuff are below and connected to the video. So I got my merch shop up and running. Been working on that for a minute in the background to get my merch shop up and running. So I got it up and running. So if you want to support the channel and get you some merch, it's all available. Links below and links attached to the video. Yeah. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump into this Marcellus Wiley video, looking at this Chiron Moore case. So let's do it, my people. Y'all know to do. Please hit that like button.
Here's something that's interesting, because y'all know y'all forgot about it. Sherrone Moore, Michigan, former head coach of Michigan, supposedly got a victory in court. Let's hear about it.
Chiron Moore, the former University of Michigan head football coach who was all in the news in December of 2025 after he'd lost his job and caught a criminal case stemming from a workplace relationship he was having with his assistant. Well, he just got some good news regarding his criminal case. And I'm not a lawyer, but I watched the hearing, so let me give you the recap on the interesting argument his attorney made and why the judge agreed with her. For context, in case you need it, this is Chiron Moore, this is his wife, and this was his executive assistant and his mistress.
Married. Okay.
According to reports, the University of Michigan had previously investigated if Chiron and his assistant Paige Shiver were having a relationship, but both of them denied it at the time. And then on Monday, December 8th, Paige allegedly broke up with Chiron, and then she and her civil attorney, a woman named Heidi Sharp, went to the school's head attorney to admit this relationship. 2 days later, Chiron was fired for violating university policy by engaging in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. And after he was fired, he then went to Paige's apartment and allegedly entered it illegally and threatened to harm himself. While Chiron is there, Paige calls her attorney, Heidi Sharp. And
that's what always threw me off. Right here. And this happens a lot. Peep game when you hear someone break up and then you hear abuse allegations. Always think this. One, I know there's explanations, but always think this. Why are you telling me now if all of this was happening before?
Yep.
And you were so terrified?
Well, let's go to the point. If Chiron Moore would have kept his meat in his pants, he wouldn't be in this situation. If Chiron Moore would have honored his vows, he wouldn't have been in this situation. If Chiron Moore would have had meat discipline, he wouldn't be in this situation. You're in a relationship with your assistant and you are married. I think he's married with 2 kids. Why are you in a relationship with your assistant? Why are you in a relationship with anybody else when you're supposed to be a married man? When you are, in fact, a married man. You're just doing what you want. And you thought you was gonna play in the snow and come out clean. Chiron Moore don't pay attention to what goes on in this country, to black men who be playing in the snow, especially when they ain't supposed to be. Because she had all of the cards on her table. He the head coach of Michigan. He married. He got all this prominence and stuff. My pops always told me, don't never mess with somebody that ain't got nothing to lose. But even before that, be a man of principles. Be a man of honor. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Honor your word. If you say you're going to honor, obey, respect, follow all the vows and stuff, do it. If you feel like you can't do it, you don't need to be married, my brother. Smashing a little white girl like she wasn't going to expose you when things went south. And the way they talking seemed like he done caught good feelings for her. Hey, and she was eager to set him up too. She was eager to tell. Not set him up, but she was eager to tell. So yeah. Keep your meat in your pants, man. Meat discipline. If you ain't got it, don't get into a relationship. But think about how many men, especially black men, have been stripped of all the things that they've built for themselves and their families because they couldn't keep their meat in their pants. Forget everybody else. Just talking about black men. Think about how many black men that downfall was not being able to have meat discipline. We got to be better.
Oh, you weren't. Oh, you were. Okay, just go down that, okay? This may be a little insensitive, but we got to do it to get to the truth, okay? Surgery is not pleasant, right? We got to open it up. Then once you're in there, also say, in the moment of fear or terror, shock, whatever it may be, why are you calling a lawyer and not the authorities, police, if you're such in fear?
Because she can.
Anybody? Just questions.
And then Heidi calls the police. And this is where some of the problems start.
Yes.
When Mr. Moore came to the complainant's apartment, the first person that the complainant called was Heidi Sharp. Yeah. Heidi Sharp then calls 911 and says a series of statements that are in my motion that she did not have personal information of and had no basis for and are untrue.
Oh, let me find out.
First of all, I want to say I appreciate you, Lee 2 Trey 89. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate you.
All this money, homie. I got all this money, homie.
And I will do my best to keep doing what I'm doing and keep moving forward and keep dropping this good information. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Luke Mon, my brother, Luke Mon, what's going on, my brother? But you know, let's listen back again to what the attorney is saying.
And not the authorities, police, if you're such in fear. Anybody? Just questions.
And then Heidi calls the police. And this is where some of the problems start.
Yes.
When Mr. Moore came to the complainant's apartment, the first person that the complainant called was Heidi Sharp. Heidi Sharp then calls 911 and says a series of statements that are in my motion that she did not have personal information of and had no basis for and are untrue.
Oh, let me find out. Okay, I'm way ahead of this. This is my problem. Don't go to the movies with me. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna be acting like this, like, oh, I know what's about to happen. Yo, let me find out that the lawyer and the mistress was like, yo, here's the plan, here's the script. In case he comes, or we know he's gonna come, whatever it may be, hit me, and then I will make the call to color the situation. To already.
Why wouldn't she cover her butt? Like, because some of the information is they were asked earlier in the process, they were asked about an inappropriate relationship and said no. And then all of this comes back after both of them said that they weren't in the relationship, right? And then, like I said, she knew that she had everything to gain and nothing to lose, because she can get another chance. But it's like, Chiron Moore, you have everything to lose, and you out here just messing around. And this is, remember, Shannon Sharp wasn't too long ago. Chiron Moore probably was doing this while the Shannon Sharp saga was happening. My pops, once again, see, that's why it's good to have a good father in your life. My pops always told me a smart man learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. You don't have to always go through things if you can see somebody else going through something and learn from their situation, from the safety and comfort of where you are. Then you don't have to bump your head all the times. That don't mean life ain't gonna drop kick you in your chest, but you don't have to always bump your head if you pay attention to what's going on, and if you be a wise man. Chiron Moore wasn't a wise man. Chiron Moore was out here all with the loose meat, just slanging it everywhere, just giving everybody lunch meat. What's going on? Ty, what's happening? How you doing, Ty? Hey, it's everything is everything, Ty. You know, I decided it's Friday night, Friday the 13th, man. Let's go ahead and get on here and talk. So here we are. I appreciate you being here, but let's let them keep talking.
Paint the situation. But I'm in fear. I'm in terror. This guy has a knife, right? He just jumped in and broke into the apartment. You explained all of this? Ooh, are we going there?
Mr. Moore had a long history of domestic violence against Shiver. Okay.
Right.
Shiver herself never made those statements. She never gave that information. There is no record of any of that. There is no documentation of any of that. There is no criminal history. There's nothing to support that statement made by Heidi Sharp.
Oh, this is deep. So peep game. All right, let's go all the way there. We playing surgery. Let's go.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
They go and tell the head lawyer of the campus, Michigan, the institution, hey, they did have a relationship. Y'all right. All this time we've been lying. That you're right. Okay, thank you. We fire him.
You right, Ty. You right.
This dude goes to her house. Whether he broke in or not, I don't even know that now. That's in question. Because look, if you've been messing with her for how long, you probably got a key. Right. I don't know. Right. Point is, you got in the house.
Together. They was going.
We'll figure that out later. Then you get in the house, and immediately she called the lawyer. But her is just like, you're right. Do it. Detonate. And then all of this stuff about him doing this and this and that. What if he just went over there, opened the door? Really?
See?
Really?
See?
Why didn't you just tell me look, I broke up with you and you probably found out that I was like, I'd rather get her removed from the department than lose my job and all this stuff. But really, why'd you out it? Like, there's could have been a way better golden parachute for you and me.
Man, what made you think that she wasn't gonna out it, fool? He was stupid for thinking that she wasn't gonna out it. He was stupid for thinking that he was safe. Brother, do you not know who you are and where you are. You a black man in America messing with a white girl. They got everything to gain from you. Why wouldn't she out it? She has everything to gain from this, especially in a climate where attention is clout. Where if I can go viral, if I can get the attention, I will. And here we are. Chiron Moore. I think what we've learned is you shouldn't have been leading young men because you don't have your stuff together. But at the same time, it's not cool that they're making stuff up about him. That's not cool. They basically conspired to railroad him, but he put himself in his position. You right, Lee. You right. Because he put himself in position, and you out here playing in the snow with some of these young white girls who got everything to gain. What's wrong with them, Lee? What's wrong with them?
Then me now fired, and then you exposed as the mistress. Who wins in that? Who wins in this one? Who winning? You wanted that much sympathy? You wanted to be the victim that bad? You were complicit in this for years.
Yes, she did, Marcellus. Yes, she did. It was lucrative.
We may have been looking at Ronnie Moore a little wrong.
There was a screenshot of messages the days that the alleged stalking occurred. It starts, can you have Dave write a statement? Okay. What is the latest you can get me out? I called him. And then on the day of the incident, it says, can you call me when you get a chance?
According to Chiron's attorney, some of the things that Heidi told police about Chiron were not 100% accurate, and she at some point presented officers a screenshot of some text messages alleging that all of them were evidence of Chiron harassing Shiver. However, when officers show Shiver these text messages, she tells them that some of them are work-related, not harassment.
They showed her the whole screenshot, and she said, are these text messages work-related? And the answer was, yes, those are work-related. And then she was asked, are there any more text messages that you haven't given me? And the answer was no.
And so, even though the officer is now aware that not all of the communications between Chiron and Shiver were harassment, the officer still included all of them, plus the statements made by Heidi and a reference to 12 unanswered phone calls when she goes to get a judge to sign off on the arrest warrant. And in addition to all of that, and this part is key, the officer did not tell the judge that there was a work relationship between Chiron and Paige. And that's important because the appellate court in Michigan previously ruled that when considering charges of stalking, knowing the relationship between the stalker and the stalkee is important. Here's how Chiron's attorney explained the ruling from the appellate court.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Free Chiron Moore. Hey, who's the coach there now? The guy from Utah? What's my man's name?
Hey.
Coach, you got to go back to Utah. What the hell?
In that case, there was a stalking charge and there was a trial. At trial, the evidence presented that the alleged victim was a probation agent and that the alleged defendant was a probationer. The probationer contacted his probation agent many, many, many times to the point where the probationer said, please stop contacting me. The probation agent felt harassed. She had her stalking charges filed. At a bench trial, there was a finding of guilty. On appeal, the appellate court stated that the relationship between the probationer and the probation agent is relevant. It's relevant because what it shows is the contact between the two parties had a legitimate purpose. The contact was for the probationer to notify his probation agent of certain things. What the court said was that when looking at the reasonable person standard of whether somebody feels harassed, you have to look at whether a reasonable person in that position feels harassed, which gets us to what happened in this case.
Hey, so, you know, I understand why he said free Chiron Moore, but it really, it is free Chiron Moore. It is free Chiron Moore. Chiron Moore. It is free Chiron Moore in that sense. But Chiron, you're gonna be coaching at an HBCU very soon. You're gonna be coaching at some kind of low-level college very soon. Some kind of high school very soon, my brother. You're gonna have to. It's gonna be a hell of a climb back up if you ever get back up, my brother. Just remember, just a few years ago, he was on TV crying for these white folks. Boo-hoo crying for these white folk. He was on TV crying, and then now he on TV sad because the white girl told everything. And he basically he's gonna be he gonna move here to Tallahassee and be the coach of the Cobb Cubs. Something like that. Cause come on, bro. Like, but you and you know, I say football coaches, exactly, Lee. Like football coaches play an integral part, especially in a lot of young black men's lives. A lot of young black men, we learned a lot of our lessons from our football coaches, especially the good ones. The coaches that we remember the most. Like my favorite football coach that I had, Coach Brian Williams. He's the defensive coordinator for the University of Maryland right now. He was the only coach who really gave a damn and really kept it real and really pushed and inspired us. Well, and Coach Petey too. Shout out to Coach Petey, but dang on Coach Brian Williams, my favorite coach. Like he gave me some advice that changed the way I viewed and approached life, and I've been getting it ever since. But it's like when you are a leader of young men, you got to have your stuff together. When you are a leader of young men, what's going on, little young baby thug? How you doing, my brother? I appreciate you tuning in to the Jeffrey Epstein Friday breakdown too, my brother. Thank you. When you're a leader of young men, you got to have your stuff together. You can't be a leader of young men and out here slinging meat and doing all type of debaucherous stuff, and not just slinging meat, but doing all type of debaucherous stuff. You can't be a leader of young men and doing that. It's counterproductive. What type of young men are you trying to develop? And you be like, well, I do it on my, but no. You have to be an example. You have to be a full example of the man that you want these young men to become. You have to be a full example. You can't be a part-time. You can't be 75%. You got to be the full example, or don't take the position. Nobody's making any of these people do this, take these positions, none of that stuff. Nobody's making them do that. So it's like, once again, if you're going to be a leader of young men, be a man of principle and uphold those principles. Be a codified man. Be a man that got your stuff together. If you married, hey, do not be out here doing crazy stuff. Right, exactly. I won't want my kids looking up to him. I won't want nobody's kids looking up to him. Especially after I seen them crying on TV for them white folk. I was like, he's one of them. So, but look at him now. I'm not happy he's getting railroaded, or he was trying to get railroaded. I'm not happy about that. But at the same time, if he would have kept that little wee-wee in his pants, he wouldn't be here.
Man, framing is a mother sucker. And because it starts off with bias, like framing is pervasive and it will continue to occur. Look, I understand there are people who are guilty, straight up. I watch court TV all the time, straight up guilty. But boy, do we have an issue with people who are just framing things because they're like, this will work. Oh, poor damsel in distress, me. Poor me, mistress, executive assistant, poor me, power dynamic, poor me, head coach, poor me. We can get into the race stuff. Oh, brother, big old brother.
Sherrone Moore need to go watch Rosewood.
It sounds like her and the lawyer was like, poor me, but we know how to get rich me.
You see where this is going?
Yeah.
Chiron's attorney argues that since the officer never told the judge about the working relationship between Chiron and Paige, especially considering that Paige had already told the officer that some of the communications were actually work-related, that means the judge signed off on a warrant under the impression that every communication between these two was harassment.
In the facts that she presented to the magistrate, she left out the information that Chiron Moore was the boss of the complainant. Mm-hmm. The complainant was the executive assistant to Chiron Moore, who at the time was the head football coach at the University of Michigan. It matters because the communications that were presented to the magistrate were 12 alleged phone calls that were unanswered. The 12 alleged phone calls were on a work day. The complainant in this case had not taken a leave of absence. She had not left her job. It was working hours, and she was the executive assistant of Chiron Moore. The magistrate needs information to make a determination of probable cause of whether to issue an arrest
You
warrant.
just out here making up stuff.
That's a big deal. That's like due process at its core.
And in case you're wondering, Chiron's attorney highlights that since those 12 calls went unanswered, there is no way to confirm or deny what Chiron's intentions were with them, whether they were work-related or not. And so based on these misrepresentations and omissions from the officer, Chiron's attorney is asking the judge for a hearing. They specifically want to question everyone involved in this to figure out what everybody knew and when, and to understand if information was intentionally left out when getting the warrant. And if it is, Chiron's attorney is ultimately asking for the charges against him to be dismissed. Now, the prosecutor tried to argue reasons why the judge should not grant this hearing, but honestly, none of them were really convincing. She basically said that this should be addressed at a later time. And so the judge sided with Chiron's team and agreed that a hearing is necessary.
I can only imagine, but this court doesn't know.
Oh, that judge
what
be on
an
YouTube all the
executive
time.
football coach does. I don't know if phone calls or messages might be exchanged all times of the night. I don't know.
I see you, brother.
That judge be on YouTube all the time.
Way to bury the lead. Let me stop. Oh my God. Sherrone, he might own Michigan.
Any of that. I can only presume that if they are the executive to effectively a CEO, the range of their responsibilities, duties, communications is vast. But it's something certainly that the court should have been informed of during the swear-to. I don't know why that wasn't given to the magistrate. I think that the evidentiary hearing would be necessary because there's no mention of the employment, that context given to the relationship.
So the hearing will be held on March 2nd. And just as an FYI, if based on this hearing, the judge determines that the charges should be dismissed, the prosecutors could refile them. But we aren't there yet, so let's just see what happens at the hearing. See what happens when you cheat on your wife.
It's not just what you do for your heart. It's how you talk to
my
it.
sister. Hell of an ending.
Yes, honey.
Keep that thing in
You
your
are
pants.
powerful.
You ain't got to worry about it. Come on,
Cheerios, made with whole grain oats and a whole lot of heart.
Chiron Moore.
Yeah, Chiron Moore, keep that thing in your pants and you ain't got to worry about going through this bull over here, Chiron. That's when I fall out of favor with him. That crying, I'm from Michigan. He was just happy to be here instead of knowing that he belongs here and was just fitting in. Right. Thank you, Mr. White Man, for giving me a chance to be the black man that can serve you and the white people around here. Thank you, Mr. White Man, for allowing me my position in your white establishment. And then I can indulge in your white women. Thank you, Mr. White Man, because you knows I worked hard to be here. Yep. Keep your meat in your pants. But also think about it like this, though, because like what the conversations me and my friends have, real conversations me and my friends have. So if you my homeboy and then you marry this lady and you pledge yourself to the vows, y'all got y'all vows and y'all pledge yourself to y'all vows and y'all words and all this stuff there. And if your wife can't trust you, I can't trust you. And the same vice versa. If your husband can't trust you, can't nobody else trust you, because that's the person that you vowed to. You pledged yourself to. That's the real pledge of allegiance right there, that marriage. And then you step out. Can't nobody trust you. Damn sure can't have you around our kids. But playing in the snow too. Didn't help. But also, she didn't like you, bruh. She liked the opportunity, the lifestyle, and the clout that came with it. Because I saw something, I saw another video yesterday, I believe, where some of the players were saying that they were happy he was gone because other players knew about their relationship and was blackmailing him for playing time. It was like those players not even good, but they was blackmailing them for playing time. So allegedly. So yeah. Chiron Moore, you tripping. You put yourself in that position, my brother. What you gonna do? You gotta be better. But for real though, if you pledge, if your wife and your husband can't trust you, can't nobody else trust you. That's the person that you pledged yourself to. So for real. All right, so they talked about the charges possibly being dismissed. So a lot of charges were dismissed, and let me read you this article from Yahoo Sports. It says former Michigan coach Chiron Moore may have reached a plea deal in his criminal case, but the legal fallout from the scandal that ended his tenure at the University of Michigan is not necessarily over. Attorneys representing former Michigan staffer Paige Shiver say a civil lawsuit against Moore and potentially the university is still on the table, even after the former head coach resolved the criminal portion of the case last week. So he reached that plea deal because, once again, a lot of charges were dropped. Speaking to TMZ Sports, Shiver's lawyer, Andrew M. Stroth, made it clear that her legal team is still evaluating its options as they seek accountability for what they describe as a broader workplace failure. And once again, like Marcellus Wiley is saying, she's playing hella victim. She's gonna use them white women tears as far as they can take them. The University of Michigan is recognized as one of the leading academic institutions in the world, Stroth said. At this stage, we're exploring all options to obtain justice for Ms. Shiver and advance systematic change within the athletic department at the university. Like, she wasn't willingly getting down on her knees and willingly opening up herself to him. Stop it. But he put himself in this position with the white girl. Moore pleaded no contest on March 6th to two misdemeanor charges, trespassing and malicious use of telecommunications device in the context of a domestic relationship. The plea agreement resulted in the dismissal of the 3 original charges filed after his December 2025 arrest, which included felony home invasion, misdemeanor stalking, and misdemeanor breaking and entering. His attorney, Ellen Michaels, argued the dropped charges demonstrate the weaknesses of the prosecutor's case. The negotiated disposition involved dismissal of 3 charges that had been charged, Michael said. All charges against Mr. Moore were not supported by facts and law. The dismissal validates concerns we raised about the investigation from the beginning. He is pleased to put this behind him and move forward to go coach at an elementary school. So, once again, those charges were dismissed. Prosecutors, however, maintain that the remaining charges still reflect the criminal misconduct tied to the situation. I wouldn't say criminal misconduct, but ethical misconduct. Definitely ethical misconduct. Assistant Washtenaw County Prosecutor Katie Rezmirsky told the court that further investigation and consultation with the alleged victim led to the revised charges because they found out she was lying. And they had to reverse the charge and drop some of the charges. That's why he got those misdemeanor charges. So, yeah. You got to be better, my brother. You got to be better. Trying to find drop. Yeah, misdemeanor stalking and misdemeanor breaking and entering. So that's what he getting. That's what they took the plea deal for. Yep. Hey. Well, he got to go coach the 37 and up league. Then they need some coaches out there at the 37 and up league. So he got to go coach over there because they already grown men and they passed their prime and actual going to play like professional sports. So he can coach at the 37 and up league. So that is the updated information on Chiron Moore and what's happening with him. So yeah, gotta be better, my brother. Got to be better. All right, so let's move on. So the next thing we're looking at is Magic city is being held up as a cultural institution for Black America, but definitely Atlanta. We know it's Atlanta, but it's being seen as, you know, Black culture. And also they wanted to have, the Atlanta Hawks wanted to have a Magic City night to honor Magic City. And you know, the NBA shut that down. That ain't the best look to honor a strip club. What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? But we're going to look at a video of Stephen A. Smith and his headline giving us a take on what's happening with this Magic City night. And that's what they were going to call it, Magic City night. And they were actually going to play the Orlando Magic and have all the strip club ambiance there, including the wings and all that stuff there. I still haven't wrapped my head around eating food at the strip club. And let me just say this too. I'm not gonna act like I'm holier than thou, like I've never been in the strip club. I've been to a lot of strip clubs and I've been to a lot of strip parties back in my days. Hell, I've even spent 8 hours. It was crazy as hell. I don't know what we was on that night, but I've spent 8 hours in Coco's in Miami. And I'm not exaggerating. And I wish I was, but I'm not exaggerating. We was crazy as hell. We spent 8 hours in the strip club. That was a whole work day we spent in there. So I'm not acting like I'm holier than thou, like I'm better than the strip club. But you know, that's not something we should be promoting as Black culture, as an aspect of the culture. And that's not something that should be promoted at an NBA game. So yeah. Oh yeah, Lee, I had to get my life together, man. I had to get my life together. I was like, no more, can't do this. What's going on, DSB? How you doing, my brother? How you doing? So, like I say, apparently stripping is Black culture. It's a part of it. Also, this is on the heels of, there's a documentary about Magic City that's on Amazon Prime. I actually watched a little bit of that, but I couldn't do it because they kept talking about how much Magic City just is so much a part of Black culture and just so much a part of Black America and stuff like that. And I was like, I think we got so many more things that we can celebrate than Magic City. So I couldn't really get through it. So yeah. So, but here's Stephen A. Smith's take on that. And please hit that like button, y'all. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Comment, subscribe, share. And if you see that mysterious hype button, please hype this video so more people can see it. So let's go. Stephen A. Smith and his headline.
So I'm sorry, unapologetic. I'm not trying to talk about him, unlike anyone else. But knowing y'all will probably make me. This is the Stephen A. Smith Show. I'm very upset. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show, coming at you, as I love to do every weekday, from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over the airwaves of Sirius XM.
Yep, Luke, man, they're trying to have it around the
number to call up as always is 888-MAD-DOG-6. That's 888-623-3646. Plus, if you want to send in your voicemail messages, just go to SiriusXM.com/GetSirius. That's SiriusXM.com/GetSirius. I want everybody in America and throughout Canada and other parts where you can hear this radio show, I want you to understand that my boy Joffrey, my man Griff and Izzo, my girl Sherry and Betty and Solange, my man Rashawn, you know, Shagun and Chris and the whole crew. I want to make sure, along with the Mad Dog Russo channel, all the way upstairs to the Scott Greenstein, down to Christopher Mad Dog Russo, Steve Torrey, you know,
I hear you,
Eric Spence and everybody.
How you doing?
I want to make sure everybody knows that the words that will ooze out of my mouth.
Basically, Stephen A. Smith gonna say some dumb shit. He gonna say some crazy. Stephen A. Smith gonna say something that we like, Stephen. But yeah, we know it. Look at his headline, but we know it. You know. It's Stephen A. Smith. It's Stephen A. Smith. We already know it. So, but yeah, I just wanted to sum it up for what he was saying. But and respond to Gijan. You're right. The Laker girls, but you know, imagine they said they want to take it up another notch. They want to get the real strippers. They not the soft core strippers. They want the hardcore strippers with this one. But and also it is Atlanta, And so the Atlanta Hawks' owner has ties to Jeffrey Epstein through like a brother or some family member, something like that, and they've invested or sent money, they've sent money to Jeffrey Epstein. So for what I was reading earlier, like the what it says, let me read it directly. It says, based on available reports and the Epstein files, the connection regarding the Atlanta Hawks ownership is indirect, primarily involving Tony Wrestler's brother-in-law rather than Tony Wrestler himself, and Tony Wrestler is the owner of the Hawks. Leon Black connection. Leon Black, a major financier who paid Jeffrey Epstein $158 million for services, is married to Deborah Wrestler Black, the sister of Atlanta Hawks principal owner Tony Wrestler. So so the guy who paid Epstein is married to the sister of the owner of the NBA of the Atlanta Hawks. So yeah. You already know, be nice. You already know. Hey, yeah, ATL culture is just ATL culture because it don't represent all black people. You know it. But they're trying to paint it as if it's black culture because, ATL is the black Mecca right now. All right. That's the way we want to go. But let's do it.
The next few minutes have nothing to do with them. Please don't hold them accountable for what's about to come out of my mouth. But it's in my spirit. It's in my spirit. And I gotta let it out. Because I'm very upset. And I'm not very happy today. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
I just read news this morning on ESPN.com that the Atlanta Hawks are planning a tribute night to Magic City Strip Club. Now, I got other sports on my mind. I got the NFL Scouting Combine stuff on my mind. I got the NBA stuff on my mind.
But you want to talk about booty
But right now, what's on my mind is Magic City, okay? Because I'm disgusted. I'm appalled, okay?
Why?
The Atlanta Hawks have a bit of an unusual promotion planned for March 16th, okay? March 16th, I gotta look up that date. I gotta make sure I know the date. I gotta remember the date, okay? It's March 16th, which is a Monday night. They have a bit of an unusual promotion planned. They're paying tribute to Magic City, this famed strip club. Reading right off the article of ESPN.com. To celebrate the iconic cultural institution, the Hawks are planning a night filled with food, including the club's famous lemon pepper wings. Okay? Lou Williams, we hear you. You're out of clear. You'll be synonymous with that. Along with some music and exclusive merchandise. The opponent that night, the Orlando Magic, of course. Quote, this collaboration and theme night is very meaningful to me after all the work that we did to put together Magic City, an American fantasy. Hawks principal owner, filmmaker, and actor Jamie Gertz said,
yeah,
the iconic Atlanta institution has made such an incredible impact on our city and its unique culture. End quote. Gertz, for those of you who don't.
So were children going to be able to go to that game? Were they honoring Magic City, or is this like an adult only game? Like, cause like, is it going to be like on a specific channel? Like what? I'm just trying to wrap my mind around the totality of what this is supposed to be. Because this is a strip club. I understand it's a very famous and very good strip club, but it's a strip club at the end of the day. Why are we honoring or why are they honoring and celebrating and paying tribute to a strip club? Nemesis, you already know, man. Madness every day. Madness every day, my brother. And so, right, they are associating it with black culture. No, I know they weren't having strippers. But like, it's a strip club though. Like you got a strip club sell a tribute night. So will kids be able to be there on the night where you pay tribute to the strip club? Because it's still like we know what a strip club is, and we know what they do at the strip club. That's why they call it the strip club, because they in there stripping, coochie popping, titties, coochie, booty hole, all that showing. So I'm confused, but all right. Terrell, what's going on, my brother? Hey man, it's a lot. Well, we know it's a lot wrong with the coach. We know it's a lot wrong with the coach. Hey, Lee. Lee, look at him. Look at him.
No, as an owner for the Atlanta Hawks, was one of the producers of the 5-part Stars docuseries Magic City and American Fantasy that explored the club's history and
Amazon Prime.
hip hop and black culture. The Hawks are also bringing in Atlanta native T.I. to perform at halftime, there will be a special live pregame recording of a podcast about the club and the impact it has on music, culture, and sports. Magic City will be serving 2 versions of the lemon pepper wings, including the ones named for former Hawks guard Lou Williams. Said T.I., we doing this one for the city, Magic City. I'm appalled. I'm disgusted. I'm furious because I can't be there.
Yeah, we know he wasn't going to
I can't be there. I got commitments that day. I want to be there, and I can't make it. Damn it. I just need to say that. I need to get that off my chest. Okay? I'm ticked off. March 16th, Monday night, I got commitments, man. You understand what I'm saying? Got soap operas to tape, got business meetings to have.
So like, men are the target audience or women? It's Atlanta. So I don't know who the target audience is in Atlanta, because Atlanta is different. So who's the target audience with the tribute to the strip club? Yeah, Jay Quick, I feel you. I feel you. Oh man. But when I first saw this video when I was watching YouTube the other day, and Stephen A. Smith, I knew he was going to say that. I just knew Stephen A. was going to be like, I'm mad I couldn't be there. I bet you ain't. But remember when the NBA had a problem with aspects of black culture, like during the Allen Iverson days, and now the NBA chooses to celebrate aspects of black culture, but this is the aspect of black culture that you choose to celebrate and pay tribute to. Because there's a lot that they could pay attention to or they could pay tribute to in Atlanta, But hey, man, all right. If it was any other group of people, there is no fun and games. But hey, look here, I'm just saying, the NBA eventually shut it down. But yeah. It was chicken wings in the name. Hey. But I
can't change the meetings around for the tribute to Magic City, but damn, I want to be there. Now, let me say this because it's very, very important. You understand? We got to mind our manners, even on Sirius XM. This ain't the Howard Stern show, damn it. I got to leave stuff like this to Howard Stern. But it's just something that's near and dear to my heart. Now, I ain't been there a long time, very, very long time ago, okay? As the really great Bernie Mac would say, just a very, very long time ago, long time ago, right? It's been a while. But I have made an appearance or 2 or 5 at Magic City in my lifetime, okay? And the wings are delicious. I have to say that. Which is why when basketball player Lou Williams got caught being there during COVID, obviously it was not a good thing. There was no vaccine as of yet. We didn't know what you could do, if you could harm yourself or other people or anything like that. So it was not a good thing to do. But there ain't a man alive that didn't understand. We said you were wrong.
He is a bit off.
Done it. But we understood. We really, really did.
Because like It was out of pocket. Yeah. It was because it's like, all right, I get ATL culture. I get it. And I understand the relationship between the athletes, especially Atlanta Hawks athletes, and Magic City, especially the little part of the documentary that I saw. You know, Dominique Wilkins was one of the first athletes to really help take the club to a whole nother level as far as popularity and all that. So there's a history in Atlanta between Magic City and athletes, but especially the basketball players. There's a relationship there. There's a history there. I get it. But is that something that you bring, that you try to do during the NBA game, or do you find another way to do that? Especially like, and you trying to do that under the banner of the NBA. Like Jay Quick said, the NBA wasn't going for that. Adam Silver, that's why they shut it down. I mean, it's not the best look for the NBA. It's not the best look overall. You know what I'm saying? Overall, once again, I'm not telling nobody not to go to no strip club and nothing like that. And I'm not acting like I ain't never been in a strip club. Like, once again, if you missed it, I spent 8 hours in Coco's in Miami one time. Crazy. That was stupid, but I spent 8 hours in Coco's one night. So I'm not acting like I'm above and I'm different and all that. And I ain't never been in. I done been in strip clubs. I done had some fun. Blue Flame up in Atlanta. I done had some fun, right? But at the same time, I ain't finna try to mix that with stuff like it. Those two don't go together. The NBA and Magic City in public, in the spotlight, don't go together. We know it goes together like underground. We know underground, it goes together. Matter of fact, they mesh underground. They leave it underground. Like, you know, that's why it was shut down. Because, you know, especially trying to put the NBA, trying to push it as a brand that's family friendly. Yeah. So,
I mean, after all, the mentality was, if you're going to catch COVID, it was worse ways to catch COVID. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, be nice. I feel you.
I'm just being honest with you. I just got to keep it a buck. I'm just telling you. Okay. The lemon pepper wings are delicious. The scenery is just as marvelous. Magic City is Magic City. It's existed since 1985. And you know, Atlanta, I call DC Chocolate City, but Atlanta is really Chocolate City as well. Forget all that stuff about the brothers. I don't know a white dude in sports that doesn't know about Magic City.
Yeah, but they not.
In fact, a lot of them know it just as good as the brothers. So we ain't.
I mean, I get that. But there are very, very famous white strip clubs that they ain't trying to, mix with the leagues like that, And I get what you're saying, yeah. And that is another thing too to consider. But like overall, Adam Silver shut that down. But even Atlanta, like the Atlanta Hawks, because I think I was looking at something, I read something that was talking about the Atlanta Hawks. Their end game and around game and mid game entertainment is like the best in the league and things like that. So, but yeah, and Atlanta is counterculture. So but all right, okay.
Getting into no racial disparities here. The brothers, even the brothers from another mother, know about Magic City. So while some of y'all are out there being appalled that the Atlanta Hawks would come up with such a promotional plan, such a promotional event, I just want to state for the record, I understand. And I dare any man that has heard of or has appeared at Magic City to refute what I'm saying. Magic City will forever be an integral part of the culture
of Atlanta.
It truly will be.
Of Atlanta.
And I just think it's important that for this very, very, very unique promotional marketing event that's scheduled to take place March 16th,
It is. It is mainstream.
That we give the Atlanta Hawks their props for innovation, for courage.
Gigi, and I've seen some of the clips of the halftime shows. Some of them
to remind us all.
I have a homeboy who played the violin who played at some of the halftime shows.
Us. I will repeat, it's inadvisable, as it was for Lou Williams, to be out in public during COVID when the NBA season was halted. We were like, how dare you? How stupid can you be? How irresponsible you can be? How could you do something like that? And then we heard he got caught at Magic City. And we were like, all of a sudden we looked like Austin Power, the spy who shagged me. I mean, we were like,
well, he's even to that point, he's acting like that's a good excuse to get caught outside the bubble. But Lou Williams, from my understanding, he had some other kind of whatever things that was going on with that. But what he's saying, that's not a good excuse, though. To be where you're not supposed to be. That's not a good excuse that you was in the strip club. So, because Stephen ain't acting like he ain't never seen a woman naked before. That's what he's acting like. Stephen ain't acting like he ain't never seen a woman naked. He acting like he ain't never seen no booty cheeks bouncing or nothing like that, Stephen. I need you to act different, Stephen. I need you to behave like you just seen a woman naked before, my brother.
Damn. It might not have been advisable, but we all knew that we understood collectively as men. And dare I say some women, because I've seen some women up in there. Again, long time ago. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, I ain't been in a strip club since I started working at ESPN, which is 2003.
And why is that?
It's been around since 1985.
And why is that, Stephen? And why you ain't been to the strip club since you started working at ESPN? Why is that? Please tell us why you've chosen not to go to the strip club since you started working at ESPN. Because he said that for a specific reason. Since he started his professional career and trying to work on building his professional career and his name and his image, he don't want to be caught in the strip club. As he's building his name and his image and his reputation, Stephen A. Smith don't want to be caught in the strip club. Why? I'm just saying.
And I'm telling you right now, prior to 1980, prior to 2003, when I came to Atlanta, on occasion, I was there. And I still remember the experience. Sometimes we just got to be honest about it. Sometimes we just got to be honest about it. 888 Mad Dog 6 is always the number to call up. That's 888-623-3646. Sorry for starting the show.
Yep, Gigi.
With such a, I don't know what the appropriate word for it is, dicey, risque, subject matter, whatever. I'm quite sure at least a couple of my producers are sweating. They're very, very uncomfortable, but damn it, this is my show. Okay? I'm the boss of the show. This is not on them. This is not their responsibility. This is not the responsibility of Mad Dog Sports Radio. This is
I think 2003, probably that year, I was up in Coco's in Miami for 8 hours. I mean, I get it. Like I haven't been to strip clubs since I think last time I've been to strip club probably 2004, 2005 myself. With some of the same reasons. Hey man, I'm doing something different with my life now, and that don't go with what I'm doing in my life. So I ain't in it, and the image and the brand that I'm building, it don't go well. We get it. And once again, I'm not anti-strip club. But it's a time and place for everything. I get that's where I'm at with it. It's a time and place for everything. So and you know, some of the framing, and not necessarily overall framing, but some of the framing is being pushed as if like this is like overall black culture.
Not the responsibility of Christopher Mad Dog Russo. This is not the responsibility of Scott Greenstein, the president. This is not the responsibility of my team working under Straight Shooter Media, which is the production company that I own. I love all of you all. I am standing on this island all by myself. I don't want anybody incriminated or stained by what is coming out of my mouth, but damn it, it was on my mind. I heard about Magic City being celebrated. I said, what? At a basketball game? And T.I.'s performing at halftime? Damn, I don't know who will show up at the halftime entertainment with that brother performing at halftime. In the ATL? Damn it, I can't be there. Still got time. Still got time. I got 17 days to figure this out.
It ain't happening. He ain't gonna make it.
I just thought it was important to get that off my chest because I like to be honest and open with my listeners and viewers, let them know what's on my mind. Those lemon pepper wings were delicious, y'all. They really, really, really were. Just thought I needed to say that. Just thought I needed to say that. Paramount Plus.
Yeah. So I think I don't know if they were serving food the last time I was in the strip club. I was in the wrong one, but I still can't wrap my mind around food being served in that environment. And it's just me because I've never seen it. But yeah. But so according to an article, what's this, ESPN.com, NBA cancels Atlanta Hawks planned Magic City Tribute Night. The NBA has canceled the Atlanta Hawks plans for a celebration of the city's Magic City Strip Club, saying Monday that it was responding to concerns from many across the league. The event was supposed to happen March 16th during that game against the Orlando Magic. Atlanta announced the plan last month, calling it a tribute to an iconic cultural institution with food including the club's lemon pepper wings, a version of which is named for former Hawks guard Lou Williams, along with music and exclusive merchandise. While we are very disappointed in the NBA's decision to cancel our Magic City Night promotion, we fully respect the decision, the Hawks said Monday. As a franchise, we remain committed to celebrating the best of Atlanta with authenticity and ways that continue to unite and bring us all together. Some elements of the plans for the night will remain, the Hawks said, including a halftime performance from rapper T.I., and there are plans for lemon pepper wings to be sold. But some plans for merchandise have been scrapped, as have a live recording of a podcast that was to feature Hawks' primary owner, Jimmy Gertz, T.I. Magic City, and T.I. and Magic City founder Michael Barney. Plans for the celebration were met with mixed reactions. One NBA player, Luke Cornick, and that's a guy from the San Antonio Spurs. He put out a whole expose, spoke out against the idea of promoting a strip club and urged the parties involved to reconsider. The league evidently heard the same message from others. When we became aware of the Atlanta Hawks' scheduled promotion, we reached out to Hawks leadership to better understand their plans and rationale. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in a statement, "While we appreciate the team's perspective and their desire to move forward, we have heard significant concerns from a broad array of league stakeholders, including fans, partners, and employees. I believe canceling this promotion is the right decision for the broader NBA community. The Hawks have ties to the club. Gertz was a producer for the 5-part docuseries that explored the club's history. It took place in a Black hip hop culture and what it means to the city." You see how they tied into Black hip hop culture. "This collaboration and theme night is very meaningful to me after all the work we did to put together Magic City and American Fantasy." Gertz, who is also a filmmaker and actor, said when the promotion was announced, the iconic Atlanta institution was made such an incredible impact. So basically, Gertz, it seemed like Gertz was trying to bring more light to his docu-series and all this stuff here that he had going on and the ties that he have with Magic City, because he made the docu-series and he's also the owner of the Atlanta Hawks. So he's accepted. I DJ at plenty of strip club parties. This was a terrible idea, even though it was an honor. It was to honor Mr. Magic, his longevity, and the wings, but that business is not. Nah, you're right, Jay Quick. You're right. Be nice, said, "Man, you dramatic and not funny, you big." Said, but ATL versus Orlando Magic sounds like a good. I mean, it was a brilliant promotion. It just, the NBA got to make their mind up what they want their image to be. And the NBA said the way the NBA has been rolling, they've been saying that this is not for the longest. Stuff like this shouldn't mesh with their image. So yeah. So that's why the league office shut it down. So hey, so all right, so we about to move on to this last video. I found it interesting, the Mr. Tendernism saga that's going on. Mr. Tendernism was the black guy who worked at the Destination Smokehouse, who had to fall off the bone ribs, neck bones, not neck bones, but oxtails, all that stuff, all the fall off the bone stuff that went viral all over the internet. Come to find out, he didn't own the business, and it was controversy around trademarking the name Mr. Tendernism or Tendernism itself. And so there was a fallout, and he's no longer an employee at Destination Smokehouse. So we're going to get into him being interviewed by Earn Your Leisure to talk about the whole fallout. If you build it, you must protect it. If you build it, you must protect it. But also in business, you must understand, if you build something with somebody else's, within somebody else's company, with their resources, on their time, you just created something for them. I'm gonna say that again. If you create something within somebody's industry, within their organization, using their resources and on their time, you just created something for them. So being able to think outside the box, black people, if we build it, we must protect it. And we must become better at business so we can protect our assets and protect what we build. White folk been stealing our stuff since we got here, and they're not gonna stop doing it. And this is just the latest installment, and just reminding us that as long as we allow them to steal our stuff, as long as we don't have our stuff together, they're gonna continue to steal it. So yeah. So let's jump into this Mr. Tendernism. Please hit that like button if you have not already. My dog got the spat on the shoes. You see it. He ready.
Guys, welcome back. EYL, it's a special episode. Yeah. First of all, shout out to Lisa. I called her, I texted her 2 days ago, and actually it's just kind of happened organically. So somebody I've been wanting to talk to, I know we've been wanting to talk to for a while, especially with everything that's been going on. So I think it's a lot of lessons that entrepreneurs and creatives and people in the world can learn from a marketing standpoint, from a business standpoint, just from a viral sensation standpoint, a lot.
And I think now he's trying to milk the fame that come off of that. So he trying to get as much of these 15 minutes as possible. Yeah, because I think in this one he's gonna talk about not wanting to be an owner and stuff like that. So yeah, you're right, my brother. You hit the nail on the head.
Going on. So Walter Johnson, Mr. Tenderism himself.
Yeah.
What's up, my brother?
He's here in the flesh. Did you think of him to play with you?
Oh man, look at here. I tenderize the room. That's my
just have a little tenderness. That's all. Well, happy you're here.
Oh, hey man, I'm happy to be here, man. This is in Harlem, right?
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
A man away, he knows his way around town.
A little bit, not much.
Well, yeah, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. So all right, let's get into it. People know, they know you on social media, but I don't think a lot of people know your backstory. I just found out that you were from Indiana. So tell us your backstory, and I know you've been involved in cooking barbecue for 50 years, right?
That's about correct there.
So how did you get started, and yeah, walk us through your journey as far as being a cook.
I was a little kid, and my brother never had Porky's Pig. There's a place called Robertsville, Illinois, in Maywood. So I used to cut the wings, flap off. So shoot, I want to learn. Then I ate a few of them. And so ever since there, it just intrigued me. I said, well, you got electricians, water, plumbers. So what kind of job? Food. It's three things. You need water, you need electrical, and you got to eat. So which one was easier for me? The eating part. So I like the cooking field. And I went into it with love. I want everybody to be happy when they finish sit down eating what I got. You know what I mean? I want them to be happy, smile on their face, patting their feet. kids, grown-ups, senior citizens, people who got no teeth, because you don't need no teeth for the meat. It took me some time to get to that point, but you don't need none now. Yep, and so over the years, I probably cooked in majority of the states in the United States to learn different trades about this cooking thing.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that, but I can't go any further without acknowledging the drip here. No, we just not going to not acknowledge that. We see you in the pinstripes with the shoes. Everything looks good. The love is in the air. I can feel it. The people are here. Food has brought you all around the world, right? All around the United States for sure. You said you've been in at least in every state 8 times.
At least.
As you're traveling, because you're not just a cook, you're a pit master.
Yeah.
That's a little different than just a regular cook. Are you learning each state about flavor? Like, what are you doing as you're traveling?
I went to all the southern states first. I went down, I was in Louisiana. I went to the Bayou, because I wanted to get that Cajun twist. Then I went to Carolina. They got a little thing they use like vinegar in their sauces and stuff. Then I went to Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, all the places down there, Arkansas. So I stayed in these states so I can get a twist on what they use. In my head, if I can get these twists and blend them all together, I might have some. So I tried it. So I took the Southern and went back to the Midwest. I mean, it worked. And I said, well, I have to go out by the Rockies. I went to Colorado. Not too bad. Then I came over to the Rockies to Vegas, Utah, all them little places. So, you know, a variety of people eat different food. I wanted to learn how to cook it all. So, but I blended together with them seasoning. Booyah, boy, look at here. Tendernism. Yeah.
So when you traveling all across the country, are you working at different restaurants?
So I worked at many restaurants. I opened a lot of IHOPs. I opened a lot of Denny's. I opened a whole lot of places, man. Look, Ruby Steakhouse, man. Blue Smoke downtown Manhattan in New York. Park Avenue, yeah.
What flavors did you take from New York, man? We New Yorkers, you've been there a lot. The Southern flavor is very distinct. You Louisiana for sure. What did you take from us?
What did I take from y'all? Y'all got different spices up here. There's kind of difference because you got a blend of people. They call this the melting pot, right?
Yes, sir.
So that all these people come together. So I come up here and say, oh yeah, we got this here. See, I went to Spanish Harlem. Then I came over here to Harlem. Then I went back to Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Coney Island. Even though same state, kind of big, that's why they named it twice. But I said everybody got some flavors. Now I got to entwine out here some of them seasoned because some people, it can't be too hot, can't be too spicy.
Southern food is.
So how can I cut it down and put it back in with what I was doing? And I figured it out though, man. It didn't take a rocket science for a minute, you know what I mean? Then it came together. I said, oh, I got them too. And so once you get to blending all this stuff together, you got to be like a sample. You got to sample a whole lot of seasoning. See, people don't understand that you put all these seasons together, don't make no difference. But if the season don't taste right from the season itself, then it might have a little twist. And then you got different types of meat. Pork is one. Then you got beef. Then you got poultry. Then you got fish. So you got to kind of which season go right with which piece of meat. Just like wine. You can't drink wine with everything. But if you got a nice steak and the wine kind of mellow, yeah, that go pretty good. Then you find out. Brandy go good too. Brandy go good in some of the seasonings. You just gotta try it. Can't tell you all that, but anyhow, yeah, that's all.
Not the secret sauce.
So you've been traveling all around America. You've been learning. You've been picking up different game from different places. When social media finds out about you, it's in California, Tenderism.
Yeah.
So the Tenderism campaign, right?
So right.
All right. When you came up with the word,
literally just explain.
One and only. Tendernism, black diamond. That's right. You don't need no teeth for the meat.
Explain the Tenderism. Explain what that means and how did you come up with that?
Oh, guys, I was cooking some oxtail. So the oxtail come off. I had it on the plate, so I was finna roll it. I mean, pick it up like this. As I was gonna pick it up, it just rolled off like you peeling an orange. So it kind of like went out like a bowling ball. I had the meat in my hand and the bone just rolled to the other side of the plate. I said, boy, this ain't tender, this is tendernism. And that word been stuck in everybody's brain ever since, it's tendernism. I want to tenderize the world. And I appreciate all the people out here that supporting me. Hey, boy, look how I like to tenderize their whole household. Yes, sir.
I love the word. I think what I love the most is the reaction after you say it. Like, God.
Yeah, he needs some honest people around him who could structure everything else and let him do his part, especially at this age, because he's not going to start a business, up in the years like this. But he do need a honest team around him that can do the business part and let him do his part.
Dang, like that reaction is what got me, and it became mean. I'm wondering, as you're doing it, I feel like this is naturally what you're doing. Are you aware of social media at the time? Like, are you involved in it? Like, how do you feel as this thing is now going viral? Because, like, if I try to explain virality to my parents, they're like, "Wait, what?" They're like, "Are you in the game, understanding what's happening?"
I understand the far as viral. I know what the words mean because we had to go to school when I was coming up, but we didn't have no social media or nothing like that, and the viral and all. And then I'm getting a little up in age. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff to read.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know about viral, man. So I say, what's this viral stuff? Oh, that's when you get so much of this and so many of these. I said, okay, so you have followers, you have reviews. I said, no, I didn't know nothing about it, man. I'm gonna be straight up with you. The viral. Shoot, I thought I was trying to sell oxtail to everyone that went viral. You know what I mean? I've been all right.
So what was the moment that you knew? Like, was it one moment? Because I don't know the exact moment. Like, what was the one moment where it was like, it just went crazy?
That oxtail. Then one time, I had this beef rib. Y'all probably seen it. Big bone. Dinosaur.
3 glasses?
Slup. Man, look, I got a pound right now. If I had some of them oxtails here, y'all would be slacking them. Boy, we be don't tow these little glasses up. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, when I dropped that bone,
hey, funny though.
Too tender, man. That's tendernism on, boy, that was tendernism on the big bone. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, we got something here. And then people just start flocking. They coming from everywhere. We had people come from Hong Kong. Yeah, Germany. China. Yeah, they seen the video in their countries. They work for a company, Fisher Company. They was engineers. They said, man, I'll be here every time I come back. Come to California. I said, it's good. I appreciate it.
That Destination Smokehouse used him to boost their business and even tried to get the trademark from it. But Destination Smokehouse before him wasn't popping like it's popping right now. Before the Tendernism and all that stuff, it wasn't popping like that. They was around and they was doing what they doing, but they weren't popping like they popping right now. So once again, black folk was used to make white people stuff, whatever. But the controversy comes not in him trying to own the business, but the Tendernism trademark, because like he said, he came up with Tendernism and then they tried to take, but they gonna get into it though.
Tendernism. I knew I was owning something. About 8 little guys, 8 Chinese guys, and they was talking. Tendernism. Tendernism. They were trying to say tendernism. So I said, oh, okay, tendernism, brother, tendernism. And doing a little thing, you dig it. Oh man, it went crazy from there.
Are you, as this is happening, are you realizing people are coming to taste what you've created, but they're also coming to see the personality? How are you dealing with that?
Man, they come on, man. I'm gonna be the same way, man, 24/7, 7 days a week. I can't change. This ain't no fake. You see me now. You see me later on tonight. I'm gonna be the same. Don't make no difference where I'm at. So I just look at it like, hey, this is really not hard to do, not being me. And so, hey, I take it all stride.
When you saw the lines wrapped around the block, like you said, people coming from China and different parts of the world, now you do it, you just doing it, and then you realize that it's big. At what point do you think like, wow, this is really something that, you know, I didn't even think it was going to be this big?
Yeah, I never even thought about it. You know what I mean? It wasn't a thought, man. Look at this family mine I got in my head, man. Look at them. What? 10, but how many people? Wow.
And see that's the thing too. Like we all agreeing, like he loves to cook. He loves what he does. But Destination Smokehouse, they saw a bigger picture and was able to use him to help them reach that objective that they had.
That's crazy. Then I just got to thinking about, hey, personality. I can't say because I'm just me, so my personality it's impossible to change.
How easy is it for you to shoot a video? Like, is it like one take, or like do you actually have to do it different? Like, okay, let me do.
No, just come on with it. I'm gonna get it, Jack. I'm gonna put it on there just like it is. I ain't gonna fake it. I ain't gonna want to read no scripts and none of that. I'm gonna tell you just
whatever comes to your heart.
Man, look, it come my heart, come out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm spitting it too. I'm spitting strong. I ain't be playing with these folks.
Who's saying like, let's make another video? Because after the first one goes crazy, right? Is there somebody in the restaurant? Is there somebody in the family or the team saying like, that was crazy, let's do this again?
Yeah, it's been people come around and say, hey, man, you shoot video? Yeah, we shoot the video. No, can you shoot a video? Can you shoot a video? Say, wow, what's all they shooting these videos about? You know, I don't know about shooting it, man, camera. Whoa. Then it kind of found out, hey, this is a new TV. I say, well, hey, I might well get on everybody else on it. Look at here, let's tenderize the world. Let's just tenderize the world. And for real, leave your teeth at home. You don't need no teeth for the meat.
No teeth needed.
No.
And no teeth for the meat. Crazy.
That's crazy. Now,
let's talk about Keith Lee, because I know that you met a lot of celebrities, but there was one turning point.
I hear what you're saying, Jay Quick. But you know how, we so used to saying Southern food because the black folk style of food came from the South. So when a lot of people say Southern food, they are thinking black folk style cooking because it came from the South. But I hear you. Asians will dupe anything. They will still, yeah, they do. We know they do.
Keith Lee, he's very influential in food reviews. How did that change everything? Like, how did Keith Lee's review change everything?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, because I'm gonna spit it from the hip. I was an Edie Amin. He's like a rapper.
Yeah. Okay. The Outlaws.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Now we just like out next door. It's a wall divided us. And we were shooting.
He has a restaurant?
No, we were shooting a podcast.
Okay.
All right. And so Lee come by, Keith, to see me. I didn't know he was gonna give me no money or nothing, or even no offer. But I look at it like this: any person that come to see me, it's no block. I don't have a blocker. Just come see me. So whoever working, wherever they work, you go, hey, hold on a second, let me go get walk, bring you back. They have to give me a quarter. It's just you came to see me. That's always enough for me. That just been a bonus. And so when he came, they couldn't give me the money. It's like, what?
Is it $4,000?
Yes, sir. That's what they said it was. I didn't ever see the money.
You didn't?
I talked to Mr. Lee since then. But I know.
That the Keith Lee did. Yes, I'm glad he said that's the original thing that popped all of this off. And so Lee, he doesn't have a restaurant anymore because he was working at the Destination Smokehouse place. That's what Keith Lee showed up to give him the money. He didn't get the money. That's why all of this happened. But I believe in this interview he said that he doesn't want to open a restaurant, but he needs something where we could support him though. He do need to have something that we could support him. Because we're not going to Destination Smokehouse. We're not doing that. But he just sound like his food good. The way he wear his hat and the fact that he had spat on his shoes. It just sound like he can put his fingers in grease and it don't even burn his hand and he don't even say ouch. Like he been cooking that long. Like he just know food inside and out. Right.
discuss any money value, but yeah, it was $4,000.
So you didn't take the money?
I never seen the money.
Oh.
Yeah, but if hey Lee, if you out there, no, I'm just playing, man. You can reach me 9555422. No, I'm just playing. You know, y'all, you gotta have a little fun. Hey, man. But other than that, yeah, it made a turning point.
Mm-hmm.
And that turning point got me here. See?
Yeah, because the white guy take
So
the
Stitch
money.
Fix told me that if I don't get any compliments on my new fits, I get my next fix for free. So let's.
The Lord don't make me.
So originally, because somebody asked the question, I wanted to make sure I get the information before I answer this. So Paul SHZ, originally the $4,000 that Keith Lee brought to give to him was stolen or taken by the white guy who owned the restaurant, and then they tried to take the trademark. So yeah,
Stays. I didn't make that with Tendernism, and I ain't making that on this move. I don't cry about yesterday. I just keep going forward.
Yeah,
you did. Ain't no need of crying. It ain't gonna help. So get it together, and that's what I've been trying to do.
During this process, obviously, as social media is going crazy about it, people are trying to figure out how to get to the restaurant. People are showing up at the restaurant. I'm sure that's bringing a lot of money for the restaurant. People are coming to see you. The idea of ownership comes into the conversation. Does he own the restaurant? At that point, I mean, I'm sure throughout the career, 50 years is a long time of being a pitmaster. Are you thinking, let me create my own restaurant? And did this intensify that thought? Or how did you?
Yeah, it definitely intensified the thought, because, hey, look at here. I can go in the backyard right now and do this here. This ain't nothing I need. No practice on no more. All I need is the equipment and a few pieces of wood, like them trees outside. Boy, I tenderize Harlem today, not tomorrow, right away. That's right.
So when people found out that you were not the owner, it made a lot of news on social media, right? So I'm sure a lot of people started to reach out to you. So was that like the turning point and why you actually left the establishment?
So before he answers that, who was the original person or the people or whatever to have the narrative of him as the owner? I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if we could put that on like to put it out there like he was the owner. So who created the narrative as if he was the owner? Because I've seen some of the videos, but I don't remember him actually portraying himself as the owner, and I could have missed videos where he have. So just help me out if you all know, like, did Unc portray himself as the owner, or was that just a narrative that was created by others? Yeah, he ain't starting no restaurant no time soon. And he said he ain't starting no restaurant.
That was that, and the person not giving me the consideration due to it was two people and a few people now. You know what I mean? Well, that was kind of like bogus, I thought. See, because if I want to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you. This man can't intercept me talk. You don't speak for me. So I can understand that.
The equity, like ownership, not saying ownership.
Oh, yeah. I don't own nothing. I know one thing. Only thing I own is dirt up under my fingernail. So now I might try to do something about that. Give me a Mr. Tendernism restaurant. And then we'll see what we do. That's a possibility.
Oh, the white boy said
but
that.
I got people reaching out at me. I got some brand deals coming up. So it's a good thing.
You said God don't make any mistakes. I'm wondering, as you approach this conversation, because a lot of times we bring value to companies. We've seen this happen plenty of times in our community. And then we never ask for equity. The fact that you had the idea speaks a lot about your character and how you're thinking about your future. Were they receptive to it, or were they just like, that's not even a conversation worth having?
Evidently not worth having, because we're at a point to where we at right now. So I had to, like I say, y'all, I ain't one of the bash folks.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time to do that.
Gotcha.
Life too short.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
So what you do, you learn from that little small mistake, and you just move forward. If you keep moving forward, it's the old saying. I was driving years ago. But when I let that man named Jesus start driving, I sit in the back seat.
It does
Things
not.
got to be. Oh, got to straighten it out.
I got y'all. So y'all said so the way the white guy worded it, it made it seem like had some equity in it, but he didn't have it. And people were showing up, especially black folks showing up to the restaurant and showing the support the way they were, because the way the white guy worded it as if they were partners, and then people wanted to support what they thought was a black, or at least a partly black-owned business with this guy with this personality and cooking like that with that meat falling off the bone. Gotcha. Because some celebrity wanted to donate 4 G's because they assumed he was the owner. Gotcha. Yeah, because I know Keith Lee wanted to donate the 4 G's. Okay, but originally the white guy said that they were partners. Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about running into no tree, no rocks or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I take this as a blessing, and it's a blessing to be here with y'all.
It's a blessing to have you. But it's a learning experience even for owners, right? Because sometimes owners don't value the people that they have, and they lose great, people that's more than just an employee. If hypothetically ownership was given to you on a percentage, do you think that you would have stayed?
There's a possibility of what kind of percentage we talking about and what's in it. But, hey, like I say, no backstepping that.
I don't think it would have been a great percentage because, they were like, well, Destination Smokehouse existed before you. Now, I don't know how long worked there, and, it just became viral not too long ago. But that would be a good question, like how much of the equity would he get in the business, especially being that they were able to do what they did before him, but he did take them to a whole nother level. So that does count as well. So how much equity would he actually get if they was to offer him some equity? So that's a good question. I think the partnership lie was told to get Keith Lee. Gotcha. He lost me with the Jesus talk. Black people have suffered major atrocities and have not received recompense, reparations. Jesus, that's
I gotta keep putting my shoes on one at a time.
You should do a close up on the shoes.
Hey, wait a minute, man. Man, y'all trying to get my shoes, man. You doing one at a time, man. Hey, look here. Hey, but anyway, yeah. And you keep looking forward. Don't never look back.
Well, recently we saw you made move with the word tenderism.
That's
right. So explain that, because apparently there was another brother that trademarked the word tenderism and then he gave it to you.
Yes, the man name is Kevin Harris, attorney Kevin Harris. And so I met with him and he said, I'm gonna give you the word. You can have it filed, do the paperwork. It was my word originally though.
Mm-hmm.
See, and 24 of probably the 10th month, 24, I filed.
Understand the legal aspects of stuff.
Something happened with the tenant. It wasn't me. And then I guess whatever happened. Yeah, I think data will show that though. So if he was hollering around, they tending. No, you ain't. You ain't know where tendenism come from.
Yeah. But even you being the black folk, we have been in this country too long, and we should have learned. Once again, like my father said, smart man learn from his own mistakes, wise man learn from another person's mistakes. You can create a word all you want, but if you don't legally have the right ownership of it, legally, the right paperwork, it don't matter who created it. It matters who owns it. Remember, we always say one of white people's greatest inventions was the patent office because it helped them steal a lot of black inventions. So the aura and everything that goes around tenderism, you could have created the word and all that, but if you don't own it, it don't matter.
That's slow and easy.
So you had previously filed for it?
Yes.
See, like that's part of the story. The way the story was painted was almost like the former owners or the owners of the restaurant tried to trademark it, and then they held it. But this is somebody completely separate from the situation that had.
That's correct.
Okay, I got you. So the legality part is something that you already. Is that something you knew from your experience being in the space, saying like, "Hey, this is a word that I've created. I've got to have ownership on it." With and this is important, the intent to use, because I think a lot of people miss that part. They just think, oh, let me just trademark it, but they don't understand how trademarks work. Are you intending to use it for media, merchandising, anything? You had it with the intent to use for just.
I think this would have still been an issue because the white boy who owned the restaurant would have felt salty that he didn't get the 4 G's. So yeah, so I think just Keith Lee going to show support to Unc, because I saw a video where Keith Lee said he went for Unc. So him going to support Unc just overall was pretty much gonna cause friction with that white boy.
Categories? I had intent to use for meat, anything I cook. I don't care. It could have been some cake. I was gonna tenderize the cake. You know what I mean? But the whole point of it was you invent something and then people will steal it, as everyone knows. So
when did he reach out to you, or how did that happen? How did that connection happen where he says, look, I'm assuming the reason why he did it is because he saw it going viral and he wanted to just protect it. Is that why he did it?
I don't know. His understanding, my understanding from him was he was making sure didn't nobody else do it. So therefore, we'll have it. You know, then one day we'll meet and he'll be able to give it to me. That was what he told me. So
he reached out to you.
He reached out to a team member. You know, I got a team, and yeah, we met. He did what he said he gonna do, and that's cool.
Honorable.
Yeah, cause hey, I don't be want to go up against nobody, man, but I will if I have to.
Well, I mean, this has been a pretty whirlwind of the past 6 to 12 months for you. Having to build a team, having to have a publicist, doing all these things. I mean, how did you see this in the future where you were headed? Obviously, being a pitmaster and food is the passion. The business side is something that most people don't learn until they're in the space. How did you go about navigating that?
Well, it was kind of like, And Dr. Joe reached out to me. And I went and see a guy named Mr. Ronald Isley. And boy, look at him. Ever since he got that star on that avenue, he put a star on me. And I'm a ride with it, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. I'm a man, look at here. I'm gonna shout it out. That's what I'm talking about.
I wanted to go to the Ron Isley piece. I mean, just about how that's connected. I know you worked some events for him. How did that connection even come about?
Like I said, it was a guy, Dr. Joe White, and he helped me out. He hooked it up. I seen Ron, his wife. Hey, they cool in the game. You know what I mean? So it was like, hey, we should have been together. You know what I mean? He do the singing, and I do the tendernism. That's what we should have been doing. Matter of fact, he cut me a record. The boss. Boy, that'll be sure enough lie there. Yeah, I might be able to cut a rug. That's the kind of stuff I like doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's how that came about. And since then, I had some brand offers. Like, you got to go to Atlanta when I leave here. I got some pop-up I got to do. Then we go to Fresno when I leave Atlanta. And I think it's about next month sometime. Be in Houston. And then I'm going to see Mr. Lee. He got an event coming up down that way. So everything come together like two butt cheeks. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
So is your goal to have your own restaurant, or do you like just what you're doing now as far as pop-ups and catering events and brand deals?
Wow, man.
What's your vision?
Hey, look here. I want to do a lot of celebrities. I want to do a lot of senior citizens, and people that don't, have much.
Better.
I want to give them some too.
You better do it.
Because it is meat ain't cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But then when everybody get a taste of it, they just say, boy, look at here, look at here. Might have some little classes or something. Just put me on one of them podcasts or something. And let me get out early in the morning. Y'all have to watch it kind of late, because that's like 4 o'clock in the morning when you got to get up. And we don't want to get up like that. Because, I ain't getting no younger, and these hairs ain't getting no darker. Matter of fact, they getting grayer. You know what I mean? So, and my wife don't like me to be gone all day. So I got to
Yeah. How often do you get to stay in the kitchen or in the pit as much as you like to? Obviously, doing a lot of traveling, you know, you're not being able to prepare the food at the same rate that you used to. How do you balance that? Do you miss it a little bit?
Yeah, I miss cooking. You're gonna always miss something you love.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you gotta move on too. Now I can train a person how to do this if they got some time. It ain't gonna come out tendernism. They'll know where it came from. You understand? It just take a little time. You gotta have love though. You got that. You can't rush.
First ingredient is love.
The first ingredient is love.
I love it.
What have you learned from this whole situation as far as
Good question.
trademarks and ownership and marketing? Like what's some of the things that you've learned?
I learned this right here. As we would say, I'm true to the game.
What?
Game that came back true to me. I just try to do the best I can, man. Keep pushing forward. So
He ain't
and the
learned
thing
nothing.
about
Basically, he ain't learned nothing.
when you doing something
Right.
and something happen, most people will look at the bad. I look at the positive.
He ain't
This
really
wouldn't have
saying
happened. It didn't happen. It happened for a reason. So what was the reason why it happened? Like seasoning. You don't season fish with some beef seasoning. You gotta have beef seasoning for beef seasoning, fish seasoning for fish. So it must have been my time. And look, I got all the way to Harlem from a little city called Hemet. Can y'all tell me what Hemet is?
I cannot.
Me neither. Yeah. I ain't know about no Hemet. You know what I mean? So, hey, I take my blessings all the time. And thank you again. Yes, sir.
We talked about Ron Isley, obviously Keith Lee.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop this right there. I need to fix the links in the description. Cause like I say, when I messed up the time and everything, I need to fix the links in the description. But yeah, Aunt trying to just milk the 15 minutes that he got, and I ain't mad at it. So we did get more clarity. So he was just doing what he doing, trying to help promote the thing, and it went viral and all these things. Here, the white guy painted the picture like they were partners. Keith Lee came to give money. The money didn't get the Unc. That broke up the relationship. Unc previously tried to get the trademark for Tendernism, didn't go all the way through. The white guy tried to get the trademark for Tendernism, but the black lawyer got the trademark for Tendernism, then gave it to Unc. Now Unc is here with his 15 minutes, and I hope he can milk as much of this 15 as possible. But he asked him what did he learn, and basically Unc didn't learn nothing. Basically. Yeah. He ain't learned nothing, and he just happy to have the spotlight. He just like doing what he do. He's a pit master, and that's what he is, and nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, you can't make nobody be what you want them to be. You can't make nobody be what they need to be. So if it worked for him, it worked for me. I just know I'll take care of my business. That's how we do it. Hey man, but that's the show tonight. You know, like I said, talked about Chiron Moore being set up by the white lady and the cops and everybody, all that stuff there, and lawyers and stuff, and Magic City in the NBA and the Atlanta Hawks specifically, and Mr. Tenderism didn't learn a damn thing from that situation. So it is what it is, man. Friday Night Live, man. I decided to go live tonight because why not, man? Sitting here chilling. Might as well talk to y'all. So with that being said, make sure you all check out my video today. Check out our Friday breakdown today as we talk about Jeffrey Epstein. We got that video together. Make sure you tune in tomorrow because I'm going live tomorrow at 3:30. And tomorrow we're talking about what am I talking about tomorrow? Oh yeah, tomorrow is a video where a group of white girls were put in. They was able to put on masks and be completely honest about everything. And so we're we're going to check that out. We're going to check that out. So let me share my screen one more time. So this is, my YouTube channel. So this is my video for today. America has a PDF file problem. You see YouTube trying to shadow ban me with my views and trying to chop me with my views and stuff. But make sure you all check out this video. America have a PDF file problem. This is our Friday breakdown. Make sure y'all check out this video here. Black Biz Tally. It's a black business hub here in Tallahassee. And you don't have to just be in Tallahassee to take advantage of this black business hub, but it's a black business hub that is helping black business owners reach milestones that they haven't reached before. So Black Biz Tally is here, is doing things, is changing lives. So make sure you check it out. Our clips, the Dr. Jacob Carruthers lecture, make sure you check that out. The last 30 minutes of that. The book reading, Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery. The last little bit of that we read and we finished up. And it looks like right now, matter of fact, let's look at it right now while we here. I put the poll up for the books. And as of right now, as I kind of expected, the blueprint for Black Power is winning right now with 56%. COINTELPRO Papers is second. The Boys is Souls of Black Folk is third. And Christianity, Islam, and the Negro Race is fourth. People be sleeping on this book. All these books are great, but people be sleeping on Edward Wilmot Blyton. We need to learn more about Mr. Edward Wilmot Blyton. But remember, did I hit the wrong button? Hold on, yeah, I ain't mean to do that. Remember, tomorrow we're going live again. White privilege isn't real. Mass white women discuss race, reparations, and patriarchy and more, and all these things here. So make sure you check it out, because that's what we got going on tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody being down, and everybody supporting. Remember, we're going to break through the shadow banning. I'm a very persistent person, and I'm going to keep serving my people. So I appreciate you all. And make sure you remember that the real work happens offline. We come online, share ideas, think, rationalize, all that stuff, critical think, all that stuff. But the real work starts offline. So make sure you're doing something every day in your community, in your real life, to make things better for you and your community. And with that being said, I love you all. My Black people, keep being beautiful Black people. Keep being your greatest selves. Keep being who you are. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 3:30. Peace out.